Now, did you know that one of the engines on our list has a failure rate of over 80%? That's right, 8 out of 10 trucks with this engine ended up needing major repairs before 100,000 miles, and it gets worse from there. In this video, we're breaking down the cold hard facts on the 10 worst truck engines ever made. We've got real data, real horror stories, and real solutions to help you avoid these mechanical nightmares. So, if you're in the market for a truck or just want to protect your investment, this is information you can't afford to miss. Ford 2.7 litre EcoBoost V6. Now let's kick things off with the Ford 2.7 litre EcoBoost V6. When this engine first hit the scene, it seemed like a game changer. Powerful, efficient, and compact. What's not to love? Well, as it turns out, quite a lot. Owners started noticing something fishy pretty quickly. Their trucks were guzzling oil like it was going out of style. We're talking a quart every 3,000 miles in some cases. That's not normal, folks, not even close. And Ford's response? Well, let's just say it left a lot to be desired. But the real kicker, the repair costs. Some unlucky owners found themselves shelling out more than their truck was even worth. Imagine that, an engine so thirsty it drinks your wallet dry. No wonder this promising new engine turned into a full-blown nightmare for so many. Toyota 3.0 litre V6. Now, imagine you're cruising down the highway in your shiny new Toyota truck. You're feeling pretty good, right? But then you try to pass another car and nothing happens. Welcome to the world of Toyota's 3.0 litre V6, where reliability meets a severe lack of oomph. Toyota's known for making engines that last forever, but with this one, they forgot to add the go part. Owners complained about struggling to merge onto highways or climb hills with any kind of load. It's like having a marathon runner's endurance in a bodybuilder's event. Impressive longevity, but painfully weak. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, head gasket issues started popping up. Some unlucky drivers found themselves replacing them every 50,000 miles. But here's the kicker, even with all these problems, these engines just wouldn't die. They'd keep chugging along, slowly but surely, outlasting their owners' patience. Dodge 4.7 litre V8. And speaking of patience, Dodge 4.7 litre V8 owners needed a whole lot of it. This popular engine choice had a nasty habit of turning into a ticking time bomb. What made it so dangerous? It all comes down to one tiny part that could spell disaster at any moment. The Dodge 4.7 litre V8 seemed like a solid choice when it debuted, but it had a dark secret. Valve seats that love to take a nosedive. Imagine cruising down the highway when suddenly your engine starts making sounds like a hammer in a blender. That's what happens when a valve seat drops, causing catastrophic damage in seconds. But wait, there's more. This engine also had a knack for cooking up oil sludge like it was going out of style. The result? Clogged oil passages, starved bearings, and a recipe for complete engine failure. Owners found themselves facing repair bills that could make a grown man cry. What started as a reliable V8 quickly became a financial black hole, leaving Dodge drivers wondering if they'd been better off with a horse and buggy. Now make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The Nissan 5.0 litre Cummins V8. Hold on to your wrenches, folks, because Nissan's next move might just leave you speechless. Picture this, a truck that promised to revolutionize the diesel market but ended up being more trouble than it was worth. The Nissan 5.0 litre Cummins V8 was supposed to be a game changer, but it changed the game in all the wrong ways. How bad was it? Let's just say even Nissan wanted these engines off the road. When Nissan teamed up with Cummins, truck enthusiasts were buzzing with excitement. But that buzz quickly turned into a headache when owners started experiencing turbocharger failures left and right. And don't even get me started on the DEF system problems. Drivers found themselves stranded with trucks that wouldn't even go over 5 miles per hour thanks to faulty sensors. Talk about a road trip nightmare. But the real kicker, the fuel economy was about as impressive as a brick wall's aerodynamics. Owners were lucky to get 14 miles per gallon highway in a diesel. It got so bad that Nissan actually started buying back the trucks. Yeah, you heard that right. They'd rather pay you to take it off the road than deal with the fallout. Now that's what I call a diesel disappointment. Chevrolet GMC 5-cylinder Atlas. Think you've seen it all in the world of problematic truck engines? GM's about to blow your mind with a number that doesn't even add up. 5. That's right, a 5-cylinder engine. It sounds weird, it ran weird, and it left mechanics scratching their heads. Now here's why this oddball power plant earned its spot on our list of automotive atrocities. GM thought they were being clever with their Atlas engine, but they ended up creating a misfire monster. These engines couldn't keep their cylinders firing in sync if their life depended on it. And don't even get me started on the fuel injectors. They were about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. Owners found themselves replacing them more often than their oil. But the real kicker? The valve seats wore down faster than a pencil in a speed writing contest. Before you knew it, your truck was running rougher than a cobblestone road. This Frankenstein's monster of an engine became such a headache that mechanics started seeing dollar signs every time one rolled into the shop. Ram 3.0 litre EcoDiesel V6. Just when he thought truck engines couldn't get any worse, Ram decided to play mixologist with a 3.0 litre EcoDiesel V6. This engine turned coolant into a secret ingredient, blending it where it absolutely shouldn't be. Intrigued? You should be, because this coolant cocktail creator is about to serve up a round of mechanical mayhem. Ram's EcoDiesel promised great fuel economy, but what owners got instead was a one-way ticket to the mechanic. The oil cooler had a nasty habit of falling, letting oil and coolant mix like they were at a forbidden dance party. And if that wasn't bad enough, the EGR cooler joined in on the fun, cracking under pressure and sending coolant straight into the combustion chamber. But wait, there's more. The camshaft gear decided it wanted to be a solo act, shearing off and leaving the engine timing in chaos. With all these issues piling up, Ram had no choice but to start replacing entire engines. Talk about a costly fix. Chevrolet 5.3 litre V8. While Ram was mixing coolant cocktails, Chevrolet was brewing up its own flavour of disaster. Remember when V8 engines were synonymous with reliability? Well, Chevy's 5.3 litre is about to shatter that illusion. Get ready for an oil consumption problem so bad it'll make you question everything you thought you knew about American muscle. The Chevy 5.3 litre V8 was a fan favourite, powering everything from Silverados to Tahoes. But this popular powerhouse had a dirty secret. It was drinking oil faster than a college freshman at their first party. Owners reported burning through a quart every 1,000 miles or less. That's not normal, folks. The culprit? Chevy's active fuel management system. It was supposed to save gas by shutting off cylinders, but instead it was causing lifters to fail left and right. Imagine driving down the highway when suddenly your engine starts ticking louder than a time bomb. That's what Chevy owners were dealing with. Ford 6.4 litre Power Stroke Diesel V8. From oil-guzzling V8s to coolant-chugging diesels, we're now shifting gears to an engine so problematic it makes mechanics rub their hands with glee. Ever heard of a truck that needs more coolant than fuel? Welcome to the world of Ford's 6.4 litre Power Stroke, where your bank account goes to die. This heavy-duty diesel option quickly became a heavy burden for owners. The 6.4 litre Power Stroke had a nasty habit of mixing oil with fuel, creating a cocktail that would make any engine cringe. But that was just the appetizer. The main course, a buffet of radiator and EGR cooler failures that had owners refilling coolant more often than they filled up at the pump. And just when he thought it couldn't get worse, the turbochargers decided to join the party. These vital components had a knack for giving up the ghost, leaving trucks with all the power of a golf cart. The result? Repair bills so high, some owners found themselves paying more to fix their truck than it was even worth. Ford 6.0 litre Power Stroke Diesel V8. If you thought the 6.4 litre Power Stroke was bad, wait till you hear about its predecessor. Remember when Ford promised to revolutionize diesel engines? Well, they did, just not in the way anyone expected. The 6.0 litre Power Stroke became legendary, but for all the wrong reasons. This engine was so problematic, mechanics started calling it the retirement plan. Head gasket failures were so common, you'd think they were a feature, not a bug. And don't even get me started on the EGR cooler. It had a nasty habit of cracking, turning your engine into a steam engine, and not in a cool vintage way. But wait, there's more. Injectors went out faster than fashion trends, and turbochargers had the lifespan of a mayfly. It got so bad that owners started bulletproofing their engines, basically rebuilding them from the ground up. Talk about a DIY nightmare. Ford 5.4 litre Triton V8. And speaking of DIY nightmares, let's talk about the crown jewel of catastrophes, the Ford 5.4 litre Triton V8. This engine didn't just have problems, it had an entire circus of mechanical meltdowns. Ever heard of a motor that treats its spark plugs like escape artists? Welcome to the wild world of the Triton. The infamous spark plug ejection problem was just the opening act. Imagine cruising down the highway when suddenly, bam, your spark plug decides it's had enough and launches into the orbit. But wait, there's more. The cam phasers and timing chains were like ticking time bombs, ready to grenade your engine at a moment's notice. And let's not forget about the catastrophic engine failures. Some unlucky owners found themselves with paperweights instead of power plants. It's no wonder this engine became legendary, for all the wrong reasons. The 5.4-litre Triton V8 didn't just break down, it broke spirits and bank accounts in equal measure. So, what do we learn from this automotive hall of shame? Well, for starters, even big-name manufacturers can drop the ball when it comes to engine design. From oil-guzzling monsters to coolant-mixing maniacs, these engines share a common theme. They're all ticking time bombs for your wallet. If you're in the market for a truck, do your homework, check for known issues, read owner forums, and don't be afraid to get a pre-purchase inspection. Remember, a low price tag might just be hiding a money pit under the hood. As for the future of truck engines, well, with manufacturers pushing for more power and efficiency, let's hope they've learned from these epic fails. But only time will tell if we've seen the last of these mechanical nightmares, or if there's a new generation of wallet crushers just waiting to hit the roads.